A seeker friend, while discussing the subject of reincarnation, has made a comment. He said, "The Gita and the Upanishads say that we have reincarnation. The theory of reincarnation is 100% true, according to which we get a body repeatedly. We change our body just like we change clothes. Now should we call this also an illusion?" Let's briefly reflect on this comment. Understanding the Gita and the Upanishads is not a child's play. Without the revelation of Brahm Gyan, the Gita and the Upanishads are not understood. People have interpreted the Gita and the Upanishads at the level of intellect, which is wrong. The wordless principle Parbraham Parabrahma is the unborn, immovable, and immortal wordless thingless thing, which is beyond the 5 basic elements: sky, air, fire, water, and earth. The 5 material phenomenon as Brahma manifests on the ground of wordless Parabrahma. Brahma constitutes, has the original ground as seed form of the 5 elements. Thus, universal consciousness as Brahma is the universal material phenomenon. There is no separate, fragmented, permanent, eternal, individual consciousness as individuality in existence as consciousness. There is no individuality in consciousness. Consciousness is a 5 material mind-matter phenomenon. The Parabrahman is beyond universal consciousness as the 5 material element phenomenon. There is no individuality in the 5 basic material elements. Memory as brain activity is a material phenomenon. Memory creates the illusion of individuality. This memory as individuality in brain dies when there is death of the brain. Apart from the memory in the brain, the self as ego has no independent existence apart from memory in brain. The individual memory in the brain as conditioning and is destroyed with the destruction of the brain after death. The ego as individuality is an illusion created in ignorance due to illusion of duality as the conditioning in the form of conditioned memory. In Parabrahma there is no individual consciousness or the universal consciousness as memory, Parabrahma being beyond consciousness as mind-matter phenomenon. The ego as individual self is an illusion created in ignorance by the memory only. Universal consciousness is a universal mind-matter phenomenon. There is no individuality in consciousness at any level as conscious and subconscious or unconscious. There is only temporal individual memory as mind conditioning in conscious state. The ignorant mind does not understand the difference between rebirth and rebecoming, recycling, remolding a 5 material phenomenon. Eternal existence is the recycling, remolding of the 5 elements only. The ego or illusion of fragmented self is the 5 elemental mind, matter phenomenon as memory in upper layers of consciousness only. The Parabrahma is beyond birth and death as recycling of 5 material basic elements. Birth and death are psychophysical, mind-matter phenomena that occur on the ground of universal consciousness. There is no eternal permanent individual mind or individual consciousness in existence. There is no individuality in 5 material phenomenon. Certainly there is recycling of consciousness as recycling of 5 material phenomenon, but that is not rebirth of illusion of individuality as memory of past life. The recycling of 5 material phenomenon cannot be called as rebirth of 5 material activity. Individuality is illusion due to memory as temporary conditioning in brain. The self as memory is not reborn after death of brain. If it is written in the Gita that the soul is a part of the Parabrahma, then it is definitely wrong, as no fragmentation is possible in eternal wordless Parabrahma. The Parabrahma is unborn and undoer. So to say that the Parabrahma gets fragmented as individual fragmented self is ignorance. The Parabrahma, which is beyond material phenomenon, cannot manifest as an individual fragmented material phenomenon. The Parabrahma is not a 5 material phenomenon at all. The human body-mind is made up of the 5 elements only. The body is formed by the integration or reunion of the 5 elements. At death, the integrated 5 material body gets disintegrated back into 5 elements, which we call death. The Parabrahma is wordless, unchanging foundation of mind-material phenomenon as conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and universal consciousness. Birth is the integration of the 5 elements, and death is the disintegration of the 5 elements. Those who do not know the unconscious and also do not know the universal consciousness, how will they know the Parabrahma, which is beyond universal consciousness? Anyway, existence is recycling of 5 elements only, and there is no individuality in 5 elements. Hence, rebirth of individuality is wrong and unscientific, illusory concept. There is only a recycling of 5 material phenomenon as consciousness, in which there is no individuality. For example, if 10 old broken plastic chairs are subjected to melting in furnace, and out of that melted plastic, if new 10 chairs are newly remolded, then can we say that old 10 chairs are reborn again? Similar logic applies to the traditional rebirth concept. There is no concept of rebirth in Buddhism, Christianity, and Muslims. In Mandukya Upanishad, it is clearly mentioned that concept of rebirth is illusion only, while some Upanishad mention the rebirth concept, which is contradictory to Mandukya Upanishad, which mentioned as most classic Upanishad among all Upanishads. If one understands this existence phenomenon as remolding or recycling of 5 material element phenomenon clearly, then surely anybody will clearly understand the concept of rebirth concept in ignorance. Hope you got it.